the summer of 2014. Derek and Maria Broaddus thought they had finally made it. They had just bought their dream home, a beautiful 6-bedroom house at 657 Boulevard, nestled in the quiet, wealthy suburb of Westfield, New Jersey. Tree-lined streets, white picket fences, safety, community. It was everything they had hoped for. The perfect place to raise their 3 young children. But just days after they closed the deal, a letter showed up in their mailbox. It wasn't a warm welcome from the neighbors. It wasn't even addressed with their names. Instead, it was signed, The Watcher. And the letter began with something deeply unsettling. I've been watching this house for decades, and now it's your turn. The Broaddus family's American dream was about to become a relentless, living nightmare. At first glance, it might have seemed like a prank. But this letter, it wasn't just eerie. It was personal, deeply personal. The writer knew things that no stranger should ever know. Their full names, their kids' nicknames, even the layout of the house. They wrote, "Have they decided which bedrooms will be theirs? I saw your daughter painting. Is she the artist in the family?" Someone had been watching them, not from afar, but closely. And the most disturbing part, they hadn't even moved in yet. Was the Watcher spying through a window? Hiding behind the trees? Or worse, were they already inside? More letters came. Each one more chilling than the last. The Watcher started referring to their children as young blood. They seemed obsessed, possessive, almost territorial. One letter read, "Once I know their names, I will call to them in the night." Derek and Maria were gripped with fear. Panic set in. They rushed to the police. But the investigation? It hit a dead end. No fingerprints, no surveillance footage, no known suspects. It was as if they were being hunted by a ghost. With eyes, the police canvassed the neighborhood. Everyone was a suspect, and no one could be trusted. There was an older woman next door, polite, but oddly curious. A reclusive man down the street who couldn't explain his late-night walks. Still, nothing conclusive. Out of desperation, the Broadduses turned to private investigators. One profiler believed the Watcher might be mentally unstable, but also highly intelligent and dangerously obsessed. But even with all those resources, the Watcher stayed hidden. No face, no voice, just those handwritten notes, soaked in paranoia and dread. The Broaddus family never moved in. They just couldn't. The home, their dream, had become a prison, a place of fear and endless uncertainty. Maria began suffering from anxiety, from nightmares. She imagined voices whispering through the vents, letters appearing in her sleep. They even considered running DNA tests on the envelopes. Yes, it went that deep. Eventually, they tried to sell the house. But by then, the news had spread. Buyers were scared off because this wasn't a haunted house filled with ghosts or shadows. It was something far more terrifying. A real person. with a pen, watching. Would you live in a house like that? Today, 657 Boulevard still stands, calm, silent, but never forgotten. The watcher was never found. No arrests, no answers, only questions, and a legacy of fear. Some believe it was a disturbed neighbor. Others think it was all just a twisted hoax. But what if it was something else? Not a person, not flesh and blood, but a presence, bound to the land, bound to the walls, bound to the name Watcher. Maybe the Broadduses weren't the first, and maybe they won't be the last. Because sometimes it's not you who chooses the house. It's the house that chooses you. And once it does, leaving doesn't matter. You're already a part of it, forever. This story is based on a true story. Subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. Thank you.